All right.
Let's get to number
let's
2.
Move on to the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody posted last night. I can't remember the name of the person, which is good because I guess I don't want to call them out. Somebody posted a 7-round mock draft, and it went off the rails at number 2 because they had the Lions taking Kenny Pickett. It's like, well, okay. Is it any doubt it's going to be Aidan Hutchinson at number 2 if he's not the number 1 overall pick? Is there any doubt in your mind?
I don't think so. I still think Aidan Hutchinson's the number 1 player on most teams' board in the NFL. And more teams than I feel like Trayvon Walker, at least from people I talk to. I don't know. Not that I talk to every team, but hey, this is a hell of a football player that we thought was really going to be the number 1 pick for the last 3 months, or at least somewhere in there. And he I mean, I don't know. Is it not perfect? Like that Dan Campbell's going to get this guy? I mean, he kind of is like a kneecap eater kind of guy. He's perfect. He's extremely talented, extremely intense, plays hard as hell. I would just think you said it earlier this week. I would think that if the Jaguars take Ike Ekwonu, the Lions are going to do a sprint, a dive, and a somersault to the podium and go, here's our pick. It's 4 seconds later. We're ready to make it. It just makes so much sense, not only from the player, the need on the team, and then you said it yesterday, Mike, butts in the seats. He's got a cult following up there in the Michigan area. There's a lot of people that are going to want to go see the Lions with Aidan Hutchinson coming off the edge.
There has been a push recently, and I saw one of the folks who cover the Lions, I think it was Dave Burkett of the Detroit Free Press, say that they're going to be choosing between Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeau, and Pete just pointed out that the odds have swung toward Thibodeau. I'm having trouble pulling up the odds on PointsBet for the NFL draft futures. We've got it in our – okay, never mind. What are the odds?
Minus 160, Mike.
Hutchinson is minus 160 and Thibodeau is plus 140. It's gotten a little closer for Thibodeau to be the 2nd overall pick. And we spent a lot of time yesterday telling people to go out and bet the over on the 4.5 over-under on Thibodeau. But isn't it weird that there's this late push for Thibodeau? Are people just spotting potential value, and that's driving the odds down? You think that's what it is?
I do. I think that's what it is. And he's a name that's been so up there for so long that I could see people with maybe big money who maybe don't really know everything or whatever. They keep going, well, he's going to go somewhere here in this area. He's not going to fall that far. But again, as we see with the number 1 pick, how much it can change. And let me just remind everybody, the guy that everybody thought was going to be the number 1 pick before college football and the NFL season started, he can't start for a college football team. All right. So sometimes people are just off. Spencer Rattler was the guy in August that we thought he's going to be the number 1 pick because that's what all those people were telling us. Okay. Oklahoma couldn't wait to get him off the field. Now he's at South Carolina? Right. So that just tells you about these markets and how things change and everything there. And, again, that's where I think a little of the Thibodeau hype is behind this a little bit. I would be shocked if I saw him go there, especially with Aidan Hutchinson on the board or Trayvon Walker. Again, like I said, and I think there's a lot of people in football that see it this way. He's not in the class of those 2 guys or the Jermaine Johnson.
I've got the odds in front of me that I posted last May after the draft.
Right.
Spencer Rattler.
It's crazy.
The next guy on the list was Sam Howell, the North Carolina quarterback.
Right.
Then Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Derek Stingley Jr. after that. USC quarterback Keaton Slovis. Whatever happened to Keaton Slovis?
He's also transferring. So, see, this is where there's a little bit of this going on in the NFL community right now. Jumping off of the high school ranking and not letting it go. Like these kids didn't grow or other kids didn't grow and get better and stronger, and they kind of just ride the wave. It's been going on for a few years, and that you're pointing out a lot of examples of it. Sorry to cut you off there, Mike.
No, it's amazing,
interesting, right?
How it influences what happens in these betting markets,
right.
And it just shows you how little we know, especially a year in advance,
right.
With a full year of college football to be played. There have been guys who have entered the college football season. You mentioned Matt Barkley the other day.
Yeah,
he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah,
and what happened? He was a fourth rounder. He was like the first guy taken in round 4 the year that he entered the draft, and now we do have. Just for you, Shefty, we've got a countdown to the 2023 draft. It's 364 days, 12 hours, 35 minutes, and 23 to the 2023 NFL draft. Before the end of the show, we'll have a countdown to the 2024 NFL draft. So, so be advised. Be advised when the odds pop up for next year. Just you never know what's going to happen, and maybe you'll get a great value because I don't know where Trayvon Walker was last year. I didn't see him on that list. I don't know where Ike Ekwonu was.
Right.
Take the field. Take the field. Whatever the field is for your betting option for the 2023 draft I was going to quote the time again, but the countdown clock, it's like a hummingbird. It's there and then
there
it's
and
gone.
It'll be back. Don't you worry. I mean, if Detroit has Aidan Hutchinson on the board and does not go that direction, oh my gosh! To me, you're almost setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for disaster. You're setting yourself up for just, I think, a PR disaster, and the fact that as soon as things go wrong or anything like that, it's just the fan base is going to turn against you. I think it would be that kind of that critical.
That's the other side of this, too. Not only do you deal with the fact that the guy you took didn't work out, but the guy on whom you passed ends up being a star somewhere else. The Browns dealt with that in 2017, a year after they had traded out of the second overall spot and didn't take Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz is emerging as an MVP. There were stories after stories coming out of Cleveland accusing the Browns of being idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, there were plenty of other evidence at the time to accuse the Browns of being idiots, but item A was, you should have just taken Carson Wentz. Now, they've been given a reprieve by Wentz's performances since then, but that's a very real part of this. So you would pass on the Michigan guy. He goes on to be a stud somewhere else.
Right.
And you get a guy that busts. No, look, this one's easy. Don't overthink this one. You can overthink the Jaguars selection.
Yeah.
You can't overthink the Lions. It's Aidan Hutchinson, or the Lions really don't know what they're doing.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.